Questions for student athletes?
So Taylor, this is really a game of two halves. I mean, the offense was much sharper in the second half than the first half. What do you attribute it to?
Just during adverse situations, our team come together, and I was really proud of our team and how we handled being in those adverse situations, especially how many new guys that we have, especially playing on the road down here, and so we came out in the second half ready to come at it.
DJ, first 200-yard rushing game for ASU since 2001. Can you just talk about your overall performance?
I'm just blessed to have the line that I do. I truly am. I mean, I think those guys don't get enough credit. I'll run behind those guys any day, every week, and I'm just truly honored to run behind those guys.
Did you feel tonight that you especially were kind of in a rhythm?
Actually, no. I mean, I felt at first. I mean, I had a loose ball on the ground and stuff, and then that's usually I take pride in that. So I mean, it took me a while to get going a little bit, but I mean, my teammates and a lot of TK and a lot of the leaders, they helped me, and we knew that we needed to get things going, and I really depended on my line tonight, and they did a great job.
Taylor, the way you guys came out in the second half, I mean, immediately you scored in like 4 plays, and there was a big defensive play. What happened at halftime? Because it seemed like such a stark.
Just guys coming together. It's what happens. Coach talked about Coach Norvell and Coach Graham. We thrive for adverse situations as a team, and that's why our practices on Tuesday and Wednesday are just so adverse. Coaches are always trying to get on people for these type of situations, how we're going to react. So on Tuesday, how are you going to react? And that's going to affect on Saturday. And so these coaches, know what they're doing and know how to coach those different situations and get us very prepared.
Were they pretty fired up? Were they pretty heated at all? Or
no, it's just he's confident. He's confident in us, and that's how you got to get. Coach Norvell is confident with the offense. We just minor things. The fumble, that miscommunication with the running back, and myself. So those little things that we put on ourselves.
What was going on with you guys offensively in the second quarter that weren't really able to generate much?
Like I said, things that that we were doing. Whether it's a missed ball that I had, that fumble that we had, we just couldn't. Our line did a tremendous job of picking up a blitz, and Jalen just missed an easy catch that he usually catches, just took his eye off of it. It was those little things. That was a 3rd and 3, and we got to accomplish those things to get better next week.
You had a lot of yards early on, Taylor, rushing the balls. Was that something that you guys identified? I know that a lot of that wasn't planned, but did you guys just see an opportunity there up the middle with some of those breakdowns?
I was just taking what the defense gave me. My read is for a pull read, and they did a pretty good job of covering down our receivers, and my job was just to follow DJ, and that's what I did, and he did a tremendous job of following his fundamentals and picking up the free linebacker to get me loose.
What about his performance in your eyes tonight?
Tremendous player. He is one of the most hardest working guys, and it shows throughout the week. And he really relies on those offensive line, and he's watching film with them. He's doing everything that he possibly can to set up those guys to have their best blocks, and for him to just spring it. So he has a lot of trust in those offensive line, and trust his whole.
What was your guys' takeaway with just how your defense responded in the second half?
Amazing. They came up, especially how young they were. They showed up and got a big turnover after we marched down and scored, and they didn't. I don't believe they let a score happen in the second half, and that's what Coach Graham and those guys rallied up at halftime and got them going.
DJ, a lot of explosive plays for you and the rest of the running backs tonight. What were you seeing at the second level from your receivers and the offensive linemen?
The receivers obviously did a great job too. I mean, staying on their blocks, and that's huge for the running backs to get into that second level. The receivers going through their progression and making sure they're staying on their blocks. And like I said, the O-line, I mean, they played their butts off as well. I mean, and they worked so hard during the week, and I mean, we had a great communication tonight, and we had just great momentum and great vibes out there, and it turned out good.
What do you think the team needs to do better overall? You're starting Pac-12 play next week. It's important.
We just got to stay on our focus, because we're going to Colorado this next week, and the elevation is going to be about the same, and it was good for us to get used to that, and it's a great atmosphere up there. 2 years ago, I believe it was close to, if not we were down at halftime, and so we just got to come. It's Pac-12 play, and we all know how important that is, and know how to prepare throughout the week, and get it rolling for next week.
It was a little bit windy out there. Was that an all-in issue throwing the ball?
Not too much. A couple balls sailed on me. I know on the fourth down it got away on me a little bit, but you're going to have those type of situations, and you know, you can't let those affect you, and just, you know, play through it.